Hey, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's in store for your December 2024 money and career, business, life, and reading and energies? Bobo and I are going to dive in with the tarot and talk a little astrology. We will get the scoop for you, Sag. So keep watching. So Sagittarius, welcome to the channel or welcome back. So awesome to see you here and very, very happy birthday wishes to you. So I have posted a general energies tarot reading for all the signs for Sagittarius season. You might want to check that out. And I also did a Mercury retrograde video for all the signs since that is happening November 26th through December 15th. I will put the links in the description for you. All right, Sagittarius, so let's discuss what is going on astrologically. We like to check in with Venus, the money planet, and see where she is in the skies so that we can get some insight for you. So until December 7th, Venus will be in Capricorn, which is your second house of money, of course, okay? And Mercury is retrograde in your sign. So there could be some news that comes back from your past about a past money deal, a past money negotiation, since Venus is in that second house of Capricorn, okay? Thank you, Bobo. He likes to try to eat paper, and I have a little notebook over here, and he's trying to eat the papers. Okay, so that may be going on for you in the first week. Of course, all the Mercury retrograde cautions apply. You know, read everything twice and, don't assume anything, ask if you don't know, all of that type of thing. Okay, so your money house is very much lit up until December 7th. Mercury does rule transportation, so there might be some money spent on transportation, car repairs, getting something redone maybe with your vehicle. That is possible. Especially since Venus will be moving into your third house on December 7th. I'll talk about that in a second. But you could also be wanting to redo or renew something related to your personal image and spending money on that. Because, of course, Mercury's retrograde in your sign. So if something about that you need for work, like your cell phone, you may be like, I got to figure that out. I may have to renew my contract or upgrade my phone. And of course, Mercury's retrograde. So it doesn't mean you can't do those things, but you're going to be, prudent with that. You may be taking something back or trying to get refunds for something that you purchased, particularly anything to do with clothing, personal appearance, gym memberships, or you're considering those types of things. You may be spending money to go back to a gym where you were before. You may be spending money to go back to a doctor. Because again, first house is physical body. Mercury's retrograde in your first house. And with Venus in that second house, you may be doing all these types of things and spending money on that type of thing. Venus will go into your third house of communications, writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, on December 7th, okay, and as soon as she goes into Aquarius, she meets up with Pluto, okay? Good old Pluto now in Aquarius. So this is very interesting. Of course, Mercury will still be retrograde until the 15th of December. So a Venus-Pluto conjunction can be a lot about power plays, particularly in regards to love or money, okay? In this case, we're doing a money reading. So there could be some big money negotiation, especially something from the past that's important to you since Mercury's retrograde in your sign that may be coming back around for renegotiation, rethinking, because Venus will be in that third house of your mind and communications. So there could be some sort of transformative deal that goes down December, 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, right around in that time frame, from something, again, that was going on before. Okay, so you're just going to have to evaluate. Now, when Mercury's retrograde, it doesn't mean we can't do things. If there was something that was initiated before and it comes back around and it's favorable and you decide that it's favorable, you can ink a deal. You can make a trip back to a place where you've been before. Yeah, there might be a little travel delay, but that's just typical Mercury retrograde, but it's usually not some sort of terrible disaster because you already have a connection there. It's a revisiting. Okay, so that's another example. But this Venus conjunct Pluto, Sag, could be a very powerful money situation that could kick off for you that's associated with something from your past. There could be a debt negotiation that goes favorably. There's some sort of big, powerful money news for you around that time period. And as I always say, apply the energies to your life in terms of what that will look like for you. All right, so let's discuss Venus in your third house. Okay, so that's where it's going to be for most of the month for 3 weeks in December, starting December 7th, all the way through to the end of the month. Venus will go into Pisces on January 2nd, 2025. So I touched on Venus in Capricorn in my November reading for your sign, so you may want to go back and look at that in case you forgot what I said. But those energies are still in play for the first week of December, but we have fresh energy here. But Mercury's retrograde till the 15th. So let's see what you need to know. So again, this is your third house. I do think there could be some very important paperwork, contract, negotiation, sale. I mean, that's another possibility too. And Pluto can rule things like other people's money. It can be inheritances. It can be, things to do with property, mortgages, all of that type of thing. So there could also be some big sale of property or purchasing of property. But again, I think something was already in motion with this. Intellectual property, that's another possibility with the third house involved. And also Mercury retrograde in your sign. So let's see what we need to know. No reversals. Let's just check in with your money energies. We have the High Priestess. Whoops. I didn't pick up the whole thing. The Three of Coins. Interesting. Okay, because we are talking about Venus in your third house. We have a Ten of Coins in your heart. Big money. Big money. That's Venus conjunct Pluto. Two of Wands. And a Queen of Coins. This is very nice. This is very nice energy here, Sag. So in your heart is, the big money card, the Ten of Coins. And that is about your long-term financial stability. And you have been working on a plan, probably for the last 2 months to 2 weeks. It could be the last 2 years even. You have been working on a plan, Three of Coins here. We have this 2 and this 2 to get something underway for yourself. And I think the key finally unlocks the treasure box for you this month. And it's that Venus-Pluto conjunction. And look, there you are sitting there with that coin in your lap. So I think by the time we get into Capricorn season, which happens on the 21st of December, you may see that something has come to fruition. A plan has come to fruition with your long-term financial security, what you have been, but it's something you've already been working on. Okay, so again, this High Priestess can be, it's been hidden behind the scenes. It hasn't, come to fruition yet. You have been aligned with your truth in manifesting this. The plan is solid. Here it is, the Three of Coins. And you have been giving a lot of time and focus and attention to it. You may be dealing with a couple of other people. This could also be a work situation. This could also be that you have been working to come out of the woodwork and have a more prominent role in your career, in your business, have people notice you, and maybe you're working toward a promotion or something like that, or a raise, a bonus, a significant deal with whatever you do for work. This is also real estate energy here with this Ten of Coins, but there's something that is coming together for you, and it can be something related to your job where a big deal is signed. And you have been, let me just again rephrase, you have been working very diligently on this. You may have even been working behind the scenes, doing some things, negotiations that maybe weren't even expected of you, but you did them anyway because you believed so strongly in this deal and you knew it could happen. So I love this. Now, the other thing too here with this Ten of Coins in your heart, there could be a plan afoot. Again, a key to me is like houses or apartments. So there could be finally a plan coming together of buying and selling real estate. Absolutely, with this Ten of Coins in your heart. So, and this Queen of Coins also. But again, things may have looked a little shadowy, a little uncertain. And this could simply be, the energies that were leading up to the election. The housing market did improve. It's still not great in certain areas, but sales did pick up a little bit after the election because people were just so uncertain. They didn't know who was going to get in the United States. So they were like, I don't know what to do quite yet. I don't want to commit myself one way or the other till I see what's going on. So, that could be the energy that's symbolized by this Two of Coins, but it could also be just two, that you were kind of intuitively in a holding pattern, like you were aligned and you were manifesting, by focusing your energies and tuning in. But the High Priestess is very much an energy that is removed. Like things are not really happening on the material plane. They're happening more on the psychic plane or the spiritual plane. But also you were, so you were in that energy in terms of things not being fully there yet, but you're going to see the plan is coming together. I mean, you were also working a plan too in the material world with the Three of Coins. Like you were out there doing stuff, but to have the actual result, it was still in the process of manifesting, is my point with this High Priestess. So, and it's here. I mean, I think this key here and unlocking, and again, I would give it till after Mercury goes direct. I would give it the full first 2 weeks of December. Okay, so, and it could be too that this High Priestess, since it's another 2 here, that you still are in the dark, even though we have that powerful transit, Venus-Pluto on the 7th, it could be that the actual news, the sign on the dotted line or the key that unlocks the treasure box happens the 15th onward after Mercury goes direct. But this is very positive. All right, Sag, let's see what else you need to know. I really like this deck, and this deck kind of has a money and career message kind of combined. So we'll pull one card for you, and then we'll pull some tarot to get some additional clarity. But this looks pretty favorable for you so far. And of course, we will do a new moon and a full moon reading for December as well. So stay tuned for those. Because the full moon in Gemini is on the day that Mercury goes direct. So I do think the middle of the month could have some very illuminating news for everyone, depending on where that falls in your chart. All right. Let's see what we have for you, Sag. All right, we have a destiny. Look at this. Wealth through purpose. Life path, mission fulfilled, or guys, mission, fulfilled. Healer, artist, self-employed. Wow. So everything's a metaphor. Apply the energies to your life. So there is an element of destiny here, which doesn't surprise me since Pluto, the planet of karma, can be, so is Saturn really, but is involved conjunct Venus this month. So I'm not kind of surprised by this. And spiders are very Scorpio and Plutonian for me. But what you're doing this month with this card, as you can see, you're weaving. That's what the spider does, right? They weave a web. And it's very much like, I'm going to get really out there, bear with me here, but it is like string theory, okay? Which is tied in with fate, like the physicist theories of string theory where, everything is connected. We're all connected through this energetic crossover web, like a spider's web. And it's, butterfly effect. What happens over here, can influence what happens over here. Everything is connected in the string theory. So, what you did in the past, which is very fitting for the Mercury retrograde in your sign, you're going to see the threads, the string theory of connection to what goes on this month. Okay. But what I love here is this wealth through purpose, and something coming together for you with your life path and what you are doing. So this is very nice. And especially too with the self-employed, if you have been thinking about starting your own business, this may be the month for you to do it, or at least, get your ducks in a row so you can get it going in January. So very interesting. All right, let's pull some tarots and see. If you already feel you're aligned with your destiny and wealth through purpose, again, you could see some monies or increased monies start to flow in. It's very possible. And feel more fulfilled in what you are doing. All right, let's see what we have here. Let's see what we got. Very powerful. Powerful energies. All right, we have a 5 of coins, no reversals. And we have the 8 of cups. We have the Page of Swords in your heart. We have the 9 of Swords. And we have the Five of Swords. Okay, so I know this looks a little dicey here, and I think I'll reshuffle and pull a couple more cards. We'll do it again. But what I am feeling from this is a very, very powerful message for this Destiny card. Because in your heart, you know you need to take action, Page of Swords, on your ideas for your future, for your purpose. Okay, with your career. It's kind of like there's no more excuses. You deserve more money. You need to leave an emotionally debilitating situation, maybe at your current job, or just feeling emotionally worn out because there isn't enough money, or it's unaligned money. You're making money, but it's not fulfilling you. So you just, you're not feeling good about it. Five of Coins. Because you could be making a lot of money, but you just can't stand what you're doing, or you don't like the environment. And so you end up feeling Five of Coins. Five of Coins doesn't have to be literally, I don't have any money. It can be, I just, don't feel good about how I'm earning the money. So, and we have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords. So there is my nighttime stress and my daytime stress, as I call both of those energies, where I'm not sleeping well and whatever, because there's something that is off about the alignment. And you know this. Okay. So this is why we have the Page of Swords in your heart, which is about, starting that new path, making that decision. So no more excuses, like I said before. All right, let's clarify this Destiny card from, we'll do another pull. Okay, so again, because remember, this is about life path. Your mission in life. Your mission in life is to be fulfilled doing that which you love and not suffering. There's some sort of suffering, mental and emotional suffering that you want to get rid of. But you have to do it. You have to make that cut with that sword that the Page of Swords has. And you may have to have a conversation you don't want to have. That could also be the Page of Swords. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Wealth through purpose. Look what we got again. The Two of Wands, which you just had before. And the Chariot. I'm not going to even pull any other cards. That's all we need to know. What do you want your future to look like? What is the world you want to create in your hand? You have a hand in creating your own world, as we know. And it is time for that choice. It is time for a new empowered path. This Chariot is very, very indicative of life purpose, where you can see ahead. You see the path you've chosen. You're on that path. You are driving your own chariot forward and feeling good and empowered. So, and it's interesting too, the Two of Wands can sometimes also be a choice, right? And then we have choices here. But this is like imagining what road can I go down? This is, I am on the road. So you have the opportunity this month to use these energies and be on the road to a fast track of success when it comes to being more aligned with what you are doing for your career. And, self-employed really comes into it with this card as well. As I said, like controlling your own destiny is very Chariot energy. And that is what self-employed people do. Which is why once you've been self-employed, it can be very hard to go back to not being self-employed, because for people who really resonate with that energy of being self-employed, because there's nothing like being your own boss. Usually people who are self-employed work even harder than people at regular jobs, because, regular job, I've had regular jobs, too, where, there's time spent lunching or you're just noodling around or whatever. I mean, you're not working usually, the full 7-8 hours. There's, you know what I'm saying. But when you're self-employed, it's all on you. And you work 7, 8, 10, 12. That's not always healthy, that many hours, but it also gives you the freedom to go do whatever you need to do the next day, right? So I think there's something here that if that is really calling to you, my Sagittarians who are watching this, if that is really calling to you, and it can be a side hustle too. I mean, in today's economy, lots of us need, side hustles to pay the grocery bill, So it could be something like that too. But that side hustle that you decide, maybe you started it recently or you're about to start it this month or next month, that could become something that ends up to be very purpose driven for you. Maybe it's something you end up doing eventually as your own business, so very interesting. Very interesting. I love this. I love this for you. I love this. There is a new road opening up for what you're supposed to be doing with your skills and talents. The thing that is going on here is just energy that is up to you to shift. That's the thing. Nobody can shift this for you. You have to choose it for yourself. So Sagittarius, leave me a comment. Let me know how you plan to use these energies in the month ahead. And I think that Page of Swords is very interesting because we are talking about Venus being in your third house of the mind. So there is some powerful mindset shift that I think you will be undergoing in the month ahead, where you're going to be claiming your power even a little more. And let's say like this has just been you kind of just feeling stuck in your own business, that things have not been kind of gelling and you're like, maybe I should just throw in the towel and go back to regular life. I don't think that's maybe the answer. There could be things to look at here with your own stress. There could be things to look at, that need to be shifted with limiting beliefs or scarcity consciousness or something like that. Or you just need to kind of regroup a tiny bit and shift gears on a path that's a little more aligned, or services that you're offering that's a little more aligned than maybe what you have been doing. So as an example, if you've just been chasing the money, which, understandable, we all need the money. Maybe what this energy is saying, and if it hasn't been working out the way you would like, maybe this energy is saying, start chasing your destiny instead. And that's how you'll find the money. I can't wait to hear your comments down below. Please let me know what is going on with you with these energies. I would love to hear. I love you guys. And if you feel like sharing out the video, leaving that like, all of that engagement really helps my channel. And I so appreciate it if you decide to do that. Thank you so much. But love you guys. Please check out the other videos I already made for all the signs, including you, beautiful Sagittarius. And happy, happy birthday. I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde, signing out.